The nightmares of reality.
So today I'm going to tell you my little story of sleep paralysis, after which I was afraid to go to bed for a long time. Here we go. My name is Alexei, and I would like to tell you a story that happened to me a few years ago. I was born and grew up in a small town where everyone knew everyone else. My life was pretty normal. School, friends, first love. After graduating from university, I got a job in a big company and moved to a big city. Life in the megalopolis was busy and interesting, but sometimes I missed the tranquility of my hometown. It was an ordinary evening, and I was getting ready for bed after a long day at work. I got into bed, closed my eyes, and soon fell into a deep sleep. I woke up in the middle of the night, unable to move. I knew it was sleep paralysis because I had experienced it before. But something was different this time. The room seemed darker than usual, and there was a strange chill in the air. I was lying on my back, and my attention was drawn to movement in the corner of the room. There, in the shadows, I saw a figure. It was blurry, but I could make out the outline of a man. The figure approached me slowly, and I felt my heart begin to race. As the figure came closer, I saw that it was a woman. Her face was pale, her eyes were empty, and her hair was long and disheveled. She didn't make a sound, but I could feel her presence filling the room with fear. I tried to scream, but I couldn't make a sound. The woman stopped at the edge of my bed and leaned toward me. I could feel her cold breath touching my face. That's when I realized it wasn't just a sleepy mist. It was something more, something sinister. She started whispering something in a language I didn't recognize. The words were soft, but I could feel them penetrating my consciousness, causing waves of fear. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. I was forced to stare at her as she continued to whisper her ominous words. Suddenly, she stopped talking and sat up. Her eyes met mine, and I felt a shiver run through my body. She reached out and touched my forehead. At that moment, I felt something dark and heavy begin to enter me. It was a feeling I can't put into words, but it was terrifyingly real. I don't know how much time passed, but suddenly I was able to move. The woman was gone, and I was alone in a dark room. I jumped out of bed, turned on the light, and looked around. The room was empty, but I could still feel her presence. That night had changed me. I could no longer sleep soundly for fear that she would come back. I started looking for answers, trying to figure out what it was. But the more I learned, the more questions I had. One thing I know now is that the world is full of mysteries, and some of them are better left unsolved. Thank you for your attention. I hope for your support. It was really not easy for me to tell this story. I was in a cold sweat, shocked at the hopelessness of it all.